Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse and I am here to share my Spellbinders, BetterPress Fall and Halloween cards. I did an introductory video and I will link it here where I showed you all the products in the Fall and Halloween release. All these great BetterPress plates, some of them with coordinating dies as well. Favorite right here, Halloween icons. I showed you in that video some examples of panels done, but I didn't finish the cards. Here are my finished cards. Even this one, I went in and colored the whole thing up. If you watch the previous video, you'll just see that I pressed it out. Alrighty, crafters, but before I get started, I did want to tell you that the fall warehouse sale ended last week. I got one of my orders. I'm still waiting on my second order, but there is a new sale now. That is the wax seal sale. The graphic will say, and I'm showing you here, up to 25% off. But notice to the right side, the wording, it says up to 40% off and more. When I looked at the items, it's a select group of wax seal items. The wax seal kit, I think that's the one that's 25, but everything else I saw was pretty much 40%. Take a look at the sale. I will link it below just in case you wanted to add some wax seal goodies. If you have a wax seal wish list, this may be the time to take a look and see if some of what you like is on sale if you want to have your wax seal ready for the holidays. Also, I noticed something new in the Spellbinders store. This is an item, and I actually purchased it from Altenew, but this has been a hard sellout. But I saw it at Spellbinders, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I had purchased this. I just didn't get a chance to play with it yet. It is 2 Altenew press plates. As you can see, it says BetterPress compatible. Beautiful flowers, right? So now Spellbinders is carrying these 2 sets. So I will put direct links to both of these items if you're interested. If you wished you had gotten it, it was sold out because it's been sold out for a while. You can get it now at Spellbinders. There is the Dainty Flower Garden, and there is loads of examples of how to use both sets on the Altenew website as well. So this one comes with that flower and this floral arrangement. Let me give you a measurement on this one. 3.5 by 3. Then there is this one, floral engravings. Because I know some of you really love the I love the BetterPress. That's why I ended up getting this plate. 6 inches tall by 4 inches wide. There was even an exclusive BetterPress set for scrapbooking made simple. I missed out on that one. That one was pretty too. I guess this is like a collaboration between Spellbinders and Altenew. So now I saw these available in store. So if you have been wanting them or you're seeing it for the first time and you're like, boy, those are pretty. There you go. And they do come with sentiments too. Little sentiments with a different font than the style at Spellbinders. Best wishes. Hello, sweet friend. I adore you. Life is beautiful with friends like you. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this video with all my makes. Let's get started. First up, this is one of my tags featuring the Halloween icons, the little pumpkin. Took me so long to color this. I couldn't find the right shade of orange. So it's layers. To do watercoloring on the BetterPress cotton card sheets, I used Zig Clean Color markers, okay? I will put a general link for them if you're interested in something like that. Or you can use your paints, but I've been having luck with the Zig. I'm still learning how to do watercolor. So here I have the pumpkin from Halloween Icons. So cute. I tell you, this set, love the sentiments, love all these icons, just fabulous. And I used my new best friend, create a decorative tag to make it into a tag. If you watched my video yesterday with Simon Hurley's fall collection, I told you that I had used the cord, pulled it through here and ripped it, so I had to put a reinforcer. This one, I just went ahead and put the cord, but I guess I didn't pull it hard. So it can work without a reinforcer, just don't yank it. This one I just was yanking and I did double it. So maybe that's why it ripped through, but I did reinforce it, okay? And I'll link that video here if you missed that one. Isn't this cute? This is also in this collection, the Spiderweb background. Here I did porcelain, cotton card, splatter with some black paint, stamped that pumpkin, colored it in 9 million times. At the end of the video, this is one of the sentiments from Halloween Icons. I do want to take some distress ink and show you how to do that blending, how to come on in without inking the edges, okay? Because there's a difference between inking the edges and then dragging. So I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial at the end, seeing that I don't have a sentiment here. This was also from Simon's video yesterday too. And I was explaining it and I'm like, am I making sense? So that's why I wanted to show you real quick. Alrighty, let's start off with one of my favorite cards that was done. This is a card example featuring the Autumn Thanks frame press plate. So you press the plate, then afterwards I had pressed the sentiment. I cut the sentiment out because the shape of this press plate, it's easier to see on the front, coordinates with the notched corner frame die set. This was part of this release, but I've been using this for everything else too. It's a great set of layering dies. 10 dies in total, notched corner frames. Some of these frames in here, the smaller ones, to cut out the press sentiment. And then I have a plum, eggplant. I pulled that cardstock from my stash, cut out the back frame here. When I had showed you this, there was a lot of white around the edges, and I really did not feel like testing my patience with coming in and trying to blend a background on this one. It just wasn't going to happen with the watercolor. Too much details. I would have made a mess of all of this work. So what I did was use my favorite. Been telling you guys, I'm so happy I bought this little set. You just don't know. Precision Layering A2 set A and B. This was recently on sale in that fall warehouse sale. Add it to your wish list. The A2 size, which is in set A, and then maybe coming in about 3 or so in here to make a frame. And then I use some foam just to go around the edges here and stick it down. So that's covering all this white space that's here from the cotton card. And I used the porcelain cotton card panel. The cotton card panels are pre-cut, A2 size and A7. You can also get the full sheet, 8.5 by 11, and cut it yourself. So it just depends. I'll put a general link for the cotton card. That's what you use to BetterPress. That's what I like to use because it does give a really good impression. And I also love the BetterPress ink. So here now, this is all zig. On top of the zig though, I use some glitter watercolor paint. You see it? Not mica, but glitter in certain spots. What dictated this color was my mushrooms. See that purpley color? It's supposed to be brown in the zig marker. This is why it's always good to do a swatch, because I was like, how is this supposed to be brownish and it's coming out purple? I had a blast doing this. It wasn't as long and hard as I thought it was going to be. And I liked my little touches of glitter in here. So this is card number 1, A2 size, featuring Autumn Thanks frame. And I think the BetterPress with a frame like this is really elegant, isn't it? So if you're looking for a nice set of dies to help you finish off your cards, that one, this one too. Up next, 2 cards featuring this background, which is called Pumpkins and Ghosts background. First time I pressed it, it was on porcelain with black ink. Second time I pressed it, I believe this is same porcelain with purple, blue, and black ink, like different colors. Then I came in with some distress ink and did some ink blending in this one. Didn't really love it until I put the tag on it. This one is really cute. It's all this graphic. It says pumpkins and ghosts, bats and black cats, trick-or-treating, and candy eating, happy Halloween. So what I did was leave out certain spots. Ghosts, there's a ghost. Black cats, there's my cat. Yeah, I get like this. I know. I've always been that way. I look at things like, oh, well, then I'll just scoot the little tag over here so you can see all of this. Some people just cover up a background. It drives me insane to cover up a background. You see what I'm doing? Bats. Cats. I had to cover up the ghosts with this one. In the previous video, I had pressed it out. I just didn't color it in, ink it up. And I really liked how I came in with the zig. I'm still working on these backgrounds here. So I did a little grounding here. Looks more floaty, graveyard looking. So with both of these, I'm using tags that I had shown you in the previous video and the backgrounds and just incorporating them together. This tag comes from Assorted Tags, my second favorite set. Sometimes it's my first favorite, but of late, it's been Create a Decorative Tag. Both of these are just so fabulous. And coming soon, hint, hint. If you have not gotten this yet, you might want to get it, especially when it's on sale. There is a set coming that works with this again. And I believe it also works with this. I can show you everything. I'll let you know. Coming soon. Assorted tags. Fabulous. That's the largest one here. And I had stamped out my little ghosty. This is all from Halloween Icons. There's the ghost. I did these two together. And they're singles together. Isn't that cute? Look at that. Little orange jack-o'-lantern carrier. I used to buy these for my kids. Oh, that's so cute. It just brings back so much memories of going trick-or-treating. Haven't done that in a while. Both of these are pebble cotton card. And like I said, these are porcelain cotton card for all these frames. Coming right back in here. By having this set, it really helps me to expand my card making. Here I'm just using it for layering. And here I used it to create a frame. And this also helps you to make shakers quickly too. So you get a lot of mileage out of a set like that. The back here in gray, green, this same purple again. On here, I came in with some silver metallic watercolor. You see I put it on the spider, put it on the bat, put it here on the leaves. The florals on this one comes from this set. 4-petal thank you floral. This has been on sale a lot lately. Great die set. You can use it this way with the flowers as intended, gorgeous, or separate it. So the florals comes from here and there, plus also the little roses too. But the leaves, because the leaves are attached like this and I wanted something bigger to match the sizing here, I came into Stylish Oval Hello You Floral Dies. So this is 4-petal thank you floral, and this is Stylish Oval Hello You Floral. Yes, I will link both of them separately below so you can see. I'm linking everything that I'm talking about, but I did incorporate two different sets. And you could pull these flowers over to here and vice versa. So these are two great sets. These were just recently on sale too. And in here, see the little sentiment there? To my favorite ghoul. I popped that right in here. Comes from this set. Sentiments of Wonder. Right here. So there's a Halloween one. Sentiments of Wonder, I believe, goes with the Envelope of Wonder collection. I love this one because it is small and I love the font on it. So there are different ways of playing with this set. And I could have done this too. See how that's much bolder, but this is more delicate? So just your preference at the time. And then I finished everything off with a few things. Green gems, crystal mixed gems, the solid part, black enamel dots from the black and white enamel pack at Spellbinders. All of these gems. I love their ephemera. Just so fabulous. And then all these black leaves. Love this. This one worked out because I was so not liking that I did this whole panel in white with the black, and I'm thinking that just doesn't look Halloween. But then I turned it Halloween by adding color here and in here, and then the tag, which gives the spooky with everything else, the ghost, the bat, you know, all that good stuff. So with this card now, I had the different colors here. That's why you're seeing a gradient between the purple, the blue, and the black with this one. But I wasn't loving how the background really looked, but how I fixed it, put a big tag on it. I did color in the bats with the zig, all of this, and then I did a little coloring here. Ink the edge with black soot. Cute, fun, I just love. And I love the little pop of orange here. Finish this off with some silver glitter drops. I have a little cord here. And see, that didn't rip either. I don't know what I did with that tag. Up next, I was shopping my Spellbinders stash. Okay, so there's lots of products in all of this. This is the Open If You Dare. I showed you this example where I started off with, I think it was pebble, but I came in with black soot and inked it up and left a light highlight here. I had planned to come in with some zig markers and color in the skeleton, but I just left him. I did put in the sentiment, Open If You Dare. That's available right here on this set. So super cute. Use the alignment guide on your magnetic chase for aligning this. Really use that because that helped to keep this straight. But what also helped me, these two layered up all different ways. This is the same precision layering A2A and B to create all these layers. This combination is popped off of this base combination, but this is the same cotton card panel, just cut different ways. I made sure that I kept the alignment correct, so I know on this side I ink blended coming in and here, and those little dots you see, that's splattered with some water. For the pumpkin you see here, I came in with the large die of the month for September Boolicious Fall Cupcake Dies. I hope you guys got this. See, you could just use the little elements out of here, outside of this whole cupcake beautifulness. So this was a fabulous die set. Here is an example of it, done in a fall theme. That's the pumpkin right here. It's that version. On this one, it's with that overlay on the top to turn it more Halloween. Isn't this a fabulous set? I tell you, you can pull so much from here and incorporate it over here with BetterPress. So I made up my little pumpkin, came in with my white jelly roll pen, did some little eyes. I came in with some black leaves and the flowers. That's from this set. You see Christmas on this, right? This is Simon Hurley's Floral Stag. I love this set. You can make that stag. This has been on sale a few times too, but all of this greenery is fabulous. Don't discount the greenery from the poinsettia on. So this little leaf cluster, that's what you're seeing here. And the florals is up here with that little drop-in piece. Just some green gems here and I'm done. I'm coming in back again with that same purple cardstock. Purpley burgundy cardstock. So that's my open if you dare example. And it's a top folding A2 card, okay? Super love. Up next, I have the mushrooms. On the left, this is the autumn floral corner. So pretty with the mushroom, the flower, and the foliage in this lovely angle. Love this. Took me forever to watercolor this because I will never do this again. Took a porcelain cotton card panel, ink blended on here with, I think it was Distress Oxide, green and yellow, and then watercolor on the top. Because I had laid down these two colors in the background, inked on before, and then came on with the watercolor. It took me 9 million layers just to get the right shade of brown. It took me so many layers just to get the right shade of yellow here. It looks like one or two. Oh, it's a bunch. And I had to let it dry every single time, come back in like next day. I got so frustrated with it. I'm like, I'll never do that again. I'd rather do it like this, where the panel is clear and I go on. It's easier for me this way than this way. It doesn't look bad, but boy, even just to get the right shade of green, I had to play over and over and over again. This color is not supposed to be that. It turned into this because of what I have in the background. This is porcelain cotton card panel. As you can see, it's white. This is bisque cotton card panel. There's 3 shades of cotton card panel: porcelain white, bisque ivory, and then pebble gray. That's why I'm going to put a general link so you can look if you haven't really explored all the fabulous cotton card panels. This one, like I said, ink blended. Then I came on with the splatter just to torture myself all the more. Black splatter, water. The gold mica was at the end. And I also added Your Acts of Kindness Brighten My Day. I could have used it with the coordinating die, but I decided to press it out here. In the background of this, what it's on, coming into one of my other favorite die sets. How many times have I talked about postage edge rectangles? Oh my goodness, maybe 30 times now. This is a fantastic die set. Disappeared, it came back, it's been on sale recently. If you don't have it and you're thinking about it, put it in your wish list. She left before, she may be leaving again. Hint, hint. If you only work with A2 cards, this is your A2 size right here. The one with the dots, that die. This brings it out further. But you can still work this set coming in. You could make the postage edge here, then just cut it A2 panel. You don't have to use the dots. And I've done them all different kinds of ways. This on the outside, this on the inside, vice versa. But I did it the standard way here, where I use the largest one here, then this one and this one. The largest one measures 4 3/4 by 6, okay? And I also extended it out on a brown cardstock base. So pretty. So it worked out in the end, but she was really frustrating. I just got frustrated, put it down, pick it up back, finish it, and then when it finally finished, I was like, oh, you're so nice, after you stressed me out and gave me gray hair. And then to top it off, I did put some gold mixed gems, the solid part in here, okay? You see the little bit of sparkle? Then there's this card. Again, precision layering, A2, A and B. Cut this panel out. And this also helps to straighten out your panel. I had a panel and I was trying to use my trimmer. I just couldn't figure where the straight part was because I did press it kind of lean. This helps you also get it straight where you want it to be. The Mushroom Duo. Love this. So pretty. Look at that. Now the sentiment for it says, your friendship keeps on giving. But I actually ended up using sentiments of wonder, sending love and hugs. I did that one. Finished it off with Spellbinders Pearls, Fashion Rouge. I think that's perfect. It goes with this color. And I did put some of the mica in here as well to fill in the little spots here on the mushroom. So super pretty. And then I came down here. See, this little part doesn't bother me. This is easy for me to do. It's when I have to come in here and do the whole background. From the time I saw that example from Yana, I'm like, I'll give it a try. It's just not easy for me. Spiderweb background. Used it a bunch of times. First time I showed you spiderweb background, I used it here on this example. Again, create a decorative tag with the fringe attachment. Halloween icons, the sentiment, and the icon. This is featuring Simon Hurley's fall release products, fall sampler, and the kitty cats. The cats, I want to say Pretty Kitty, and I know it's not Pretty Kitty. I'll put the name of the set here. I can't believe I forgot what the name of it. Perfect Cats. Wow, this is a Perfect Cat stamp set and still fall sampler. But look how fabulous the spiderweb background can go beyond just being a BetterPress card into a whole bunch of things, and also heat embossing with it. I love it heat embossed. So I'm going to revisit this one again. And stamped with a sentiment too, because this is also in this Halloween fall release that I thoroughly enjoy. Fabulous. Here I did it the first time in white porcelain with black ink, put the tag on, done. Then once I got comfortable with it, then I started changing up the color. Then I started inking. Alrighty, now let's get into this quick tutorial. Halloween icon again, the pumpkin. And happy haunting. Again, from the same Halloween icons. I pressed it on porcelain, black ink. I always like to cut a whole set of strips to reinforce this. And pop it up too, just to give a little bit of dimension. Some of my distress inks, I like the mini ink. You can see this is not the world's greatest sponge, but that's the best way to keep it because she's well used. Just come on in, tap it off a little bit. And what you're looking for is this type of style. See how I'm coming in? Like that. Not this. This is what we normally do. See, that's inking the edge. What I'm doing is pulling. So I'm getting more ink here and gently coming on here. Because when I do it that way, I'm not covering anything. You can still see the sentiment. So just come on in. It's like a little sweep. I know it's falling apart, my sponge, but a used sponge is a good sponge. And then I can come on in just a little bit here. But I don't want to ink it. I don't want to come on in and do the hard inking. You see, most of my ink is actually here on my glass mat. I tell you, I love the glass mat because the glass mat gives a nice slick surface, I guess, for the ink. You see how it's there was when I did the inking. Here is just lightly coming on. But I love this, just kind of like a sweep, sweep, sweep. Okay. Apply a little bit of wet glue. Get my sides aligned correctly. That on top of that. Just paste it together. And then I can put it like so. Or I can pop it up too. So I just wanted to show you that technique of not necessarily inking the edges, but more of coming in to get this look. Yeah, I had better luck here. As always, right? Okay, crafters, moving on. So in summary, here are all my examples featuring the BetterPress Fall Halloween Collection. It's just wonderful for fall projects and definitely the Halloween projects. So everything will be detailed and linked below. Don't forget to take a look at these two all-new products available at Spellbinders. So worth taking a look at, especially if you love all things BetterPress. This is a different style of floral. That's one of the reasons I got it, is because it's beautiful, but it's a different style. I am going to press these out and color them up to show you guys an example. Super pretty. And that wax seal sale. I do have a seal for Christmas video coming up shortly. Oh, I made a lot of cards with that one. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.